Imagine this. You're one interview away from your dream job. You've prepared for weeks. You know you're qualified, you know you're capable. But the night before, you convince yourself you're probably not good enough. You barely sleep. You arrive late. You underperform. And afterward, you tell yourself, maybe it just wasn't meant to be. But was it? Or did your own mind quietly destroy an opportunity it claimed to want? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't lose because they lack talent. They lose because something inside them keeps pulling the emergency brake every time they're about to move forward. The most dangerous enemy you'll ever face is the one living inside your own mind. Your greatest obstacle often knows your name. We all imagine success as a straight road. Work hard, stay disciplined, keep improving. Eventually, you arrive. But reality is stranger than that. Have you ever noticed how some people quit right before things begin to work? A business owner gives up months before landing the client that could have changed everything. A student procrastinates the night before an important exam despite knowing how much it matters. An athlete trains for years only to freeze under pressure during the biggest competition of their life. Why? Why would someone destroy the very future they've worked so hard to create? The answer isn't laziness, it isn't stupidity, and it certainly isn't a lack of ambition. Sometimes your subconscious believes success is more dangerous than failure because success demands change, and change feels unpredictable. So your mind does what it has always been designed to do: protect you, even if protecting you means keeping you exactly where you are. Sometimes the person standing between you and success is the one staring back from the mirror. Imagine you've lived in the same small town your entire life. One day, someone offers you the opportunity to move to another country, better salary, better opportunities, a completely different future. It sounds exciting, but something unexpected happens. Instead of feeling only excitement, you feel anxious. Your stomach tightens. Your mind starts asking questions. What if I fail? What if I don't fit in? What if I make the wrong decision? Why? Because your brain isn't designed to seek what's best, it's designed to seek what's familiar. Psychologists have long observed that human beings often prefer predictable discomfort over unfamiliar possibility. Even when life is frustrating, at least it's known. Success often requires stepping into uncertainty, a new environment, new responsibilities, higher expectations, greater visibility. To your conscious mind, that's growth. To your subconscious, it can feel like danger. And when your subconscious senses danger, it doesn't ask whether the threat is real. It simply tries to keep you where you've always been. Freedom can be frightening when you've spent your life believing the cage was home. Most people understand the fear of failure. Very few understand the fear of success. Yet it's surprisingly common. Imagine becoming successful. Your life changes. People expect more from you. Friends treat you differently. Family depends on you. Mistakes become more visible. Your responsibilities grow. Success doesn't just bring rewards, it brings pressure. For some people, that's enough to make failure feel safer. Because if you never succeed, you never have to discover whether you can handle the life you've been dreaming about. Think about how many times you've heard someone say, I'll start next month. I'm still preparing. I'm waiting for the perfect time. Sometimes those aren't plans, they're hiding places. Perfectionism, overthinking, endless preparation. These can all become socially acceptable forms of self sabotage. Because as long as you never begin, you never have to risk discovering what success will demand from you. Procrastination is often fear, wearing the mask of logic. Have you ever achieved something and instead of feeling proud, you felt nervous? You thought, I just got lucky. Soon they'll realize I'm not as good as they think. I don't belong here. This is known as impostor syndrome. And here's what makes it dangerous. It doesn't only affect beginners, it affects CEOs, doctors, athletes, artists, scientists, people the world calls successful. often spend years secretly believing they don't deserve it. Think about that. The greatest battle isn't always proving yourself to other people. Sometimes it's convincing yourself that you belong where your hard work has taken you. When your identity says, I am not successful, your mind begins looking for evidence to prove it. You hesitate, you overthink, you reject opportunities, you stay silent in important meetings, you avoid taking the lead, not because you're incapable, but because your identity refuses to accept the new version of you. The greatest opportunities in life often arrive before your confidence does. If you wait until you feel completely ready, you'll spend your life waiting. Your future can arrive while your identity is still living in the past. Here's a question most people never ask: who taught you what success means? Think back to childhood. Perhaps you heard things like, people like us never become rich. Don't dream too big. You're not leadership material. Be realistic. You're too quiet. You're not smart enough. As children, we don't analyze these statements, we absorb them. They become beliefs, and beliefs quietly become identity. Years later, you're an adult with new opportunities. But those old voices are still whispering in the background. You tell yourself you're making rational decisions, yet many of those decisions are simply protecting an identity you never consciously chose. Psychologist Alfred Adler believed that many adult behaviors are shaped by feelings of inferiority developed early in life, not because they're true, but because they were repeated often enough to feel true. This is why two people can face the exact same opportunity and respond completely differently. One sees possibility, the other sees danger. The opportunity didn't change, the story they tell themselves did. Carl Jung believed there is a part of ourselves we rarely acknowledge. He called it the shadow. The shadow isn't only made of fear, it also contains hidden desires, hidden strengths, hidden ambitions, parts of ourselves we've buried because they once felt unsafe to express. Imagine a child who is constantly told, don't stand out, don't make people jealous, stay small. Years later, that child becomes an adult with extraordinary potential. But every time success begins to shine a light on them, something inside whispers, this isn't safe. So they procrastinate. They miss deadlines. They settle for less. They sabotage relationships. They abandon opportunities. Not because they want to fail, but because success threatens an identity built around staying invisible. This is why self sabotage is so confusing. Consciously, you want success. Subconsciously, you fear what success will ask you to become. And whenever those two parts of you are fighting, the subconscious usually wins because it has been rehearsing its story for years. The good news: a story can be rewritten, but only after it's recognized. Awareness is the beginning of freedom. The moment you see the pattern, you stop mistaking it for your personality. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a cliff. Behind you is everything you've ever known: your routines, your habits, your excuses, your identity. In front of you is a bridge leading to the life you've always wanted. You can see it: a stronger career, a healthier body, a successful business, a meaningful purpose. But the bridge is covered in fog. You can't see every step, and that's exactly why so many people turn back. Not because the future is impossible, but because it's uncertain. The comfort zone has one extraordinary ability: it convinces you that staying the same is safer than growing. But here's the truth: the comfort zone doesn't eliminate pain, it only postpones it. Avoid the difficult conversation, and the relationship slowly dies. Avoid starting the business, and years later, you'll wonder, what if? Avoid applying for the opportunity, and someone less qualified gets the position. Comfort feels safe today. Regret doesn't arrive until tomorrow, and by the time regret speaks, Opportunity has already moved on. The saddest form of self sabotage isn't failing, it's spending your entire life wondering who you could have become. Most people try to change their lives by changing their actions. I'll wake up earlier. I'll stop procrastinating. I'll be more disciplined. Those goals are good, but they often don't last. Why? Because behavior follows identity. Imagine someone who says, I'm trying to quit smoking. Now imagine another person who says, I don't smoke. The first person is fighting temptation every day. The second person has changed the story they believe about themselves. The same principle applies to success. If you still believe you're the person who always quits, your actions will eventually match that identity. If you believe you're the person who finishes what they start, your actions begin to change naturally. This is why lasting transformation doesn't begin with your habits. It begins with your self image. Ask yourself, who am I becoming? Not what am I trying to achieve? Because goals have finish lines. Identity becomes a lifestyle. Every small promise you keep to yourself becomes evidence. Evidence becomes belief. Belief becomes identity. And identity becomes destiny. Maybe you've spent years blaming your circumstances, your childhood, your lack of money, your lack of connections, your bad luck. Some of those obstacles are real. But today, I want you to ask a different question. What if the biggest obstacle isn't around you? What if it's within you? Not because you're weak, not because you're broken, but because your mind has been trying to protect you using strategies that no longer serve you. Every excuse, every delay, every unfinished dream, every opportunity you walked away from. They don't define who you are. They reveal the story you've been believing. And stories can change. The moment you recognize the pattern, you stop becoming its prisoner. You become its author. One decision, one promise kept, one courageous step. That's how self sabotage loses its power. Not through perfection, but through awareness followed by action. Years from now, your future self won't remember the fear you felt today. They'll remember the moment you finally stopped listening to it. If this video challenged you, don't keep it to yourself. Tell me in the comments, what's one pattern of self sabotage you've recognized in your own life? Your honesty might help someone else recognize theirs. And if you're ready to understand your mind, challenge your beliefs, and build a life driven by purpose instead of fear, subscribe to Nousforge. Like this video, share it with someone who's been standing in their own way. Your support doesn't just help this channel grow, it helps these ideas reach people who may need them most. Because sometimes the greatest breakthrough in life isn't discovering a new opportunity, it's finally getting out of your own way. Until next time, stay aware, stay courageous, and never stop forging the person you're meant to become.